today, I just was working with someone else on setting up a video interview for an upcoming event. So, going to be in Amsterdam soon and have a bunch of video sessions booked there, and was working with someone new on that today. And so, I wanted to share with you a short checklist on things that you can do in your next video interview, next presentation, whether that's in person or online, your next meeting. These are things that you can use the next time you're in front of a group or in front of a camera. Sound good? And actually, we had a very cool session this morning with my buddies Netra and Neil, who went over, prepping for a press interview, which really encompassed a lot of this info as well. So here's a short checklist for you in the next 7-ish minutes on how to prep for your next video interview, your next presentation, whether it's in person or online, or really just any meeting. So check this out. The first thing to do is decide if you're going to talk, in this case, to the camera. So if you're doing something that's online or a video interview in person, that kind of thing, a video interview where you're in front of the camera, or if you're going to talk off camera, if you've got a friend that you can talk to over there. So just decide if you're going to talk to the camera or look offline. And if you've never done the talking to the camera before, it can be weird. It can be sort of weird. So if you're not sure and it's your first time or something like that, pick talking off camera. Choose a friend, someone who's not going to crack you up, but someone who you love and you're happy to see them. My cat Mango's right here, so I could pick Mango, and I was going to show him, but anyways, you get the idea. He'll probably come over in a minute. Pick someone that you love that you can talk to. So if there's a camera involved, decide if you're going to speak to the camera or look off camera. Secondly, and related to this, if you can, bring a friend. Have someone on there that you can talk with. So maybe it's a coworker. I was talking with someone last week, and they work at a TV station, and we were discussing like how to give a presentation in an engineering meeting. And we were talking about, hey, could you have another expert there with you? So you didn't feel like, hey, you're just in front of this PowerPoint and talking about stuff. You can have somebody there that you can talk with and bounce stuff back and forth with. And that makes it so much easier. And then if you can talk with somebody else and have them there with you, it works really, really well. So that's the second piece like that. And it could be an interviewer, it could be a coworker, it could be a customer, client, anybody who's an expert or at least can help facilitate a conversation and wants to learn about it. They could just be someone who wants to learn about what you do. They don't actually have to know what you're doing. So that's the second thing. All right. So the first one was, if there's a camera involved, are you going to look at the camera or look off camera? And then no matter what kind of thing it is, are you going to have somebody there with you that you can talk back and forth with, because that makes it so much easier. Now, the third thing, and this is related to having somebody there with, can be anyway. What can you tell in terms of a story? Can you tell a story about what happened? So instead of just going through facts and figures, can you tell a story about something that happened? I will tell you a story right now. I was with my buddy out at a show in Vegas in April, and they were having a video interview. And in this interview, we went ahead and got the director of marketing from another company. And the two of them were hilarious. You know who you are. If you know, you know, Joe. And they were dancing and yucking it up and telling jokes and did a great interview and proceeded to, just have one of the best interviews ever, where they talked about product stories, what it does for people, all the good things, and had a blast doing it. So my story is, if you can tell a story, that's good. And my story gives the example of somebody having a buddy there with them and made them feel super at ease, which is wonderful. All right, here's an easy one. If it's a video situation or even just in person, it's really nice to start out at the top with a pause and a smile, and end it that way as well. And that gives anybody doing video a nice edit point on either side, which is so, so good. And along those lines, if you're doing your interview, your chat, and you get to a point where you feel like, ooh, I wish I would have said that better, if you know the thing's going to be edited, so if it's not live, or even if it is live, you can just pause and then pick up and keep going from where you were, even say a sentence over. And for the folks who are watching you, be it in person or, online, they don't mind at all, right? They're just going to be like, oh, they paused and kept going. They won't even think about it. And for anybody who's editing, they're going to have a nice edit point to maybe just um, take that sentence off, maybe where you didn't feel super comfy, and then pick up right where you started talking again. But pause, smile, pleasant look on your face. A lot of times what I see when I'm doing an edit, video editing, you see somebody right at the end of the discussion, they go, or they look up, or they look away really fast, or once they get started, they're like, and so then, and it's very hard to find a nice edit in or edit out point. So pause with a nice smile at the beginning and the end. And if you do a pickup, do the same. And I'll just give one more and then we'll be out because we're at 7-ish minutes already. So offer something awesome. And my offer to you today is text me the word interview, and I have a PDF that will come automatically to you that has a bunch of getting ready for any kind of presentation, online interview, whatever you're doing, and text the word interview to me at 1-530-203-5703. I'll put it in the comments too. You'll get a PDF of this super awesome checklist that has even more than I could cover today in 7-ish minutes. So I hope this is so useful for you. Good luck on your next video interview, meeting, presentation, talk, whatever you are doing, and have a beautiful day. All right, talk soon.